All right, so when I make this video, I'm generally talking to Black parents because that's generally the demographic that me and my daughter is around. However, she does have a best friend that's Hispanic, but even with that, they're more like on the blacker side, meaning like they hang around us, they hang, that's the where they grew up at, all of that. So they don't even know Spanish, simply put. So my daughter brought her friend group around here, and this house has been the spot, all the teenagers coming around here. And at first it was aggravating. I'm not even going to lie, especially because I got into a car accident. I don't have my motherfucking vehicle. So I'm just in the house and all these damn kids coming over. I'm trying to do my daily things, cook my dinner, stuff like that. Teenagers everywhere. I'm like looking at it in two different ways. If they wasn't at my house, they would probably be somewhere else getting in trouble. And number two, even though they at my house, they not getting in trouble. Like that's the only thing that I kept on saying. Like I know where they at. And, they hanging around my daughter. My daughter is here at my house. I know where she is. They running around, going in the basement, running in and out the house, asking me for my damn sodas. Yes, that shit was getting on my nerves. But at the end of the day, I feel like I helped a lot of teenagers get through the summer. They had a place to go. It was excruciatingly hot this summer. And a lot of them came to my house. They were supposed to be going to the library and to the park, and they wind up just sitting on my porch and then coming to my living room watching TV and stuff like that. And it was a couple of things that I noticed with these teenagers that, you know, I'm not one of those people that's like, what's wrong with y'all parents? Because I clearly see that is something wrong with a lot of parent-children relationships. Um, and when I say that, I'm trying to put it in the mindset of like when the teens was doing the takeover and everybody was like, where your parents at? Where the parents? Where the parents? So I understand that parents are missing. Okay. I don't know what for. That's not my space. That's not my place to, wonder or because I've been through a lot of things and it could be for the good or the bad that parents are missing. But I'm not. So because I'm here, I'm not going to negate my role, I guess, as a human, as a mother, as a neighbor, and as a parent to my daughter. And a lot of them started calling me Ma, So a parent to a lot of different children. I can't negate that. So if I'm there and I see things that they're missing, like if I'm cooking, y'all want something? Okay, next time, you know what they was doing? Walking me to the grocery store, getting my waters, getting the food we was going to eat. I made them all tacos, everything. Like I was making sure they was hydrated, they had a place to be, and they was good. So what I noticed in their behavior was that if they wasn't fighting, then it was about boyfriend and girlfriend. And the fighting wasn't like, real fighting. They was just hitting, running, like that's all they could focus on. And I'm like, the gym is why don't y'all go to the gym? It's free. Like y'all have a lot of energy. It's boys and girls. Like y'all, all y'all do is hit each other. And I don't know if y'all have a communication barrier or what. But it's ridiculous that y'all can't sit down and talk. And that's one of the things that we fail to teach and put into our children at that age, because while our children hitting and fighting and being toxic, you have other demographics of children that's already looking for their significant other to marry, to get with, for long term relationships. And here we are, don't have a direction. A lot of times the boys, or, well, I'm not going to say the boys, I'm not going to put it on nobody, but a lot of times some of these teenagers, they get, start having smacks early, and that's it. That is it. Like, it goes into, a lot of the times they can't break away from that, their 20s into their 30s. And for men, it's worse. Now, I could call y'all out because there's a lot of grown ass men that still have not broke out of the habits that they was doing since they was a teenager, 20 years old. They don't grow out of that. And that's because, I mean, hey, a lot of people say men are going to be men, but no, it's not even that. It's because the principles wasn't taught. And that's what I'm seeing. So because these kids worry about relationships and this boy and this girl and this, that, and then they get their feelings involved, this is why when they don't have nobody to talk to, they wind up hurting each other real bad. But I'm seeing that feelings involved, they're getting angry, depressed. And then, I see one of the little boys on the couch just sitting there, everybody else playing. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And it wind up being over a girl and all this. And I'm like, I'm telling these kids, look, by the time y'all get to the age where y'all really want to have a relationship, y'all going to be effed up because y'all having issues already. And because this is what y'all focusing on. It's the summertime. Do you know what we used to be doing? And it's so crazy because, yeah, I did have boyfriends as a teenager, but we still was getting up 11, 12 o'clock, going outside, going to the creek, skipping rocks, going to find shit in the woods. We was doing a lot of different things than just, like, they don't know what to do. So even when you give them direction, like, I'm like, all right, come on, let's go outside and race. I took my dog out there, had them go outside, race. They going to do that thing and get right back to what they know, whether it's the fighting, the phones, whatever it is. So because these children are not being talked to, they don't know how to deal with their emotions. And it's going from 0 to 100. And then if they introduce to anything, that's put into their system, then that's another thing they have to worry about. And as like I said, a person that's around, apparently, you know how they say you around for a reason or things happen for a reason. If you are around or in a setting like that, don't look at it like these kids get on my nerves. They this, that, or the other. Do your checks. Make sure, check these kids. Make sure they ain't bringing nothing in their book bags. They ain't in no trouble. But be a open book, not an open book, but a welcoming place for them, a safe space, somebody that they can talk to, somebody that's going to teach them some things. If you see them going through something, that's all they doing, fighting and stuff, teach them how to communicate with the focus on. And that's the things that I was putting into their mind so they wouldn't be so driven on the things and emotionally attached to it. Because I know when in my 20s, I had some bad breakups. I couldn't even focus at work. These kids got to go to school every day for like most of the year. So it's like, come on now, what are we doing? Step and roll. These kids, I mean, we already know what the situations is, and now it's just time to see shit and just step in. So, it's going to save a lot of kids. And now I do understand why one of London friends was telling me, like, for my birthday that I saved her life. All I was doing was letting her come over one summer. So you never know what these kids are going through. But if you in a space and you have the heart to do it, make sure you don't get ran over, but create the space because it's going to save a life.